In 1905, August Belmont Jr. opened Belmont Park on 650 acres just outside Queens. For years since, Belmont Park has been the home of the Belmont Stakes, the oldest and final leg of horse racing's Triple Crown. The first Belmont Stakes race was held in 1867 in Jerome Park in what is now the Bronx. The park was named for Leonard Jerome, a Wall Street financier and the father of a sports-minded daughter. Jenny Jerome would give birth to future British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. Leonard Jerome named the Belmont Stakes for a Jerome Park business partner, August Belmont Sr., a self-made millionaire from Germany. Horse racing's now standard post-parade, in which the competing horses walk sequentially to the start line, began at the 1871 Belmont. Over the 2 years before Belmont Jr. opened Belmont Park, he launched New York City's first subway and gained control of the 4 elevated passenger train lines in Manhattan. The 6th Avenue line included consecutive stops at 33rd Street and 28th Street. Facing the 28th Street exit between 27th and 28th Streets, an event in August 1868 had changed the direction of sports in America and around the world. 3 New Yorkers had placed a notice in the New York Herald asking boating men and athletes to meet at Knickerbocker Cottage on 6th Avenue. 11 other men showed up, and the group formed the New York Athletic Club. The club's founders, Civil War veterans Bill Curtis and John Babcock, and Brooklyn journalist Henry Burmeyer, spent a lot of time together, lifting weights and boxing. But they sought wider competition. Through the New York AC, they brought the first real structure to competitive amateur sports in America. In the year of its formation, the club hosted both the nation's first bicycle race and indoor track meet. Within 10 years, it had staged the first national championships in track, swimming, and wrestling. Belmont Jr., who ran track for Harvard, was one of the New York AC's first presidents. In 1895, on Manhattan Field in Upper Manhattan, the New York AC took on the London Athletic Club in the first international track competition in the U.S. The New York AC won all 11 events, set 3 world records, tied another, and showed that sports outside of yachting had an international future. The club served as a model for the Boston Athletic Association, which assembled the U.S. team for the first modern Olympics in Athens in 1896. Curtis, known as the father of amateur sports, started the Amateur Athletic Union, the AAU, and established it as a national governing body of amateur sports. For decades, the AAU controlled amateur athletics and amateur athletes in the United States and determined who would represent the U.S. at the Olympics. More than 240 Olympic medals have been won by New York AC-sponsored athletes, including discus thrower Al Order, a Queens native, and the first athlete to win an event in 4 straight Olympics, and Ronda Rousey, a judo bronze medalist who transitioned to mixed martial arts.